Hello folks, Sean, Victorian Piper. Long time no see. Well, it's been quite a busy time for me. Work has been quite hectic, things going on in life. I think I mentioned last time we spoke, my daughter's at college, so a lot of time dedicated to making sure she's sorted and doing well. All sorts of things going on, but I thought we'd have a quick chat just to catch up, let you know I'm okay, and hopefully you're all okay. So I'm just going to light up a cigar. First one I've had for a couple of weeks, so I've not turned to the dark side just yet. Let me get that done and we'll have a chat. Okay then, what's been going on? So, as I mentioned, work has been really busy, and there's quite a big change in that. In that I've been with the same company for 16 years as a full-time employee, and well, basically, I fancied a change. I went and interviewed, and I've got a job elsewhere. So I had to tell the company I was leaving just yesterday, in fact, and I start my new job in the new year. So I'll have a little bit of time off over Christmas, which is good. So hopefully I'll certainly have time to make a few more videos. In terms of the museum, it's been quite quiet, to be honest. We've only got one engine operating at the minute. Long story, but our chief engineer was taken ill and hasn't been able to return to work. So obviously jobs weren't being done. An outside company was contracted and they did do some work on one of the engines, but I think that's quite a costly endeavour, outsourcing the work. But we've had a new engineer start. He's come from a heritage steam railway, so he obviously knows his stuff. So with luck we'll get those engines up and running, but we are coming into that winter period of well, generally when the engines didn't run anyway. Two of the engines, the portable and the Trevithick locomotive, are both outside. So once you get that icy cold weather, we can't leave any water in the boiler. If the water freezes, obviously the water expands and it can crack the boilers. So we tend to drain them down and not run them over the winter. Plus visitor numbers are down, except for the sort of Christmas weeks that they do with the Santa's Grotto and what have you. So that's happening again this year. I'm working at least one of the weekends, I would hope. If not, I'll go down anyway and we'll show you around, because the town does look quite spectacular when it's all decked out for Christmas. So we'll have a look at that. Only just lit, but for those of you that are interested, it's a Factory Smokes shade grown wrapper Toro. So I'll be sat smoking this for a good hour and a half at least. No bad thing though. I think again last time we spoke, and it has been a while, I'd got back into my cycling I think I started back in earnest in April, and I've built up from there. But now we're into this colder weather. It's not really conducive for going out on the bike. I mean, I used to ride most winters, but I think now I've got older and a little bit more sensible maybe. I'm not as inclined to go out in the wet and the cold, and certainly the ice. So I've been doing a lot of indoor cycling on a smart trainer connected to a bit of software that, you know, replicates roads and what have you, like a big multiplayer thing. So that's good. Bike's just behind the camera here. And also for the last month, I've started running again. I like to run in the winter. I think it's a nice activity in the cold, and you're not out for very long. You know, you can sort of go out, do 5k and be back in less than half an hour. So it's quite convenient and pretty good for you, obviously. So I have been running this morning, and that's my reward. Come back, showered, quick bite to eat, sit and enjoy a cigar. So pipes and tobacco wise, well, I've bought one pipe. I swore I wouldn't, but I did. I was tempted into buying an old African meerschaum, a Jambo Meer. Should have brought it in to show you, really, shouldn't I? And tobacco-wise, I've only bought a couple of cigars and some Gareth and Hogarth Coniston cut plug. It's one that had been on my list to try. I don't think there's really a Gareth strong tobacco I don't like. So yeah, the Coniston cut plug, I got 4 ounces of that, or what's that in ours? That's 200 grams-ish, something like that. And it's really, really good. Really good. It's a really good, strong, robust tobacco. Very dark. Mostly dark-fired Virginias, I believe. And there is a light Lakeland topping. Quite typical for your Gareth Hogarth stuff. Very, very nice. Very nice indeed. In fact, it's all I've smoked for the last week or so since I've had it. I've had a bowl most days. Yeah, very, very good. Very strong though, so it's one of those you need to be a little bit careful with if you're sensitive to the old nicotine. On that subject, my tolerance has built up quite a bit. It's 2 years now I've been smoking a pipe, and 6 months or so I've kind of properly got into the cigars. Daily snuff use as well, usually. I do have days where I don't have anything at all, but even if I don't smoke a pipe, or like I say, the cigars are only once a week, once a fortnight at the minute. I do tend to take the snuff, so my tolerance has built up quite nicely now, so that something like this, which at the start would have absolutely done me in, I find not too bad now. I will feel the effects of this by the end, but not to the point of feeling ill like I used to. Yeah, so that's generally what's been going on and keeping me busy, to be honest. I do feel a bit guilty about not doing more regular videos. I know I really should. Even if it's just one of my sort of rapid reviews. You know, I've got so many tobaccos now that you don't see many reviews of on YouTube. So I think I'll try and start doing a few more of those. They tend to get the higher view counts as well. I think I've got viewers who like the history side and seeing the engines and the Victorian town. And then I've got the viewers that appreciate my opinion, or, you know, anyone's opinion really on various tobaccos and what have you. So I'll try and do a few more tobacco reviews. In terms of the museum, like I say, I'm actually there tomorrow on the Trevithick. It may be one of the last times it's run, because that is due to come off the rails for a major overhaul. So I'm not sure how many more times that'll run. But to keep myself occupied, obviously, as you know, I mentioned I'm into my cycling. There is a cycle showroom at the museum. There's around, quick think, I'm trying to picture in my head, there's probably around 10 historic bicycles in there. And there are another 10 or more in the stores that aren't on display. So I've agreed and offered to look after the showroom, clean all the bikes, give them some general, you know, oil, grease, lubrication and maintenance, and get that all looking spick and span. With the intention that I'd quite like to ride a few around the town, again, like I say, when I'm not doing the engines. So if any of you are interested, I'll video some of that. I mean, it's not going to be, you know, it's not going to be as interesting as watching a steam engine operate, but I'm sure some of you will appreciate seeing the old bicycles anyway. And yes, there is a penny farthing. However, it's a child's one, so it's way too small for me to ride. I am trying to acquire one though. I found a chap that's got, I mean, it's an original late 1800s penny, but it is literally the frame, what remains of the wheel rim, and a couple of other bits. It's in need of a full restoration. So I'm going to try and see if I can acquire that from him, but that's going to be quite a long-term project, I would think, to get that back running. It's pretty tasty, this. It's quite mild. It may, I think, actually be the first shade-grown wrapper stick I've smoked. So, yeah, not too bad. But anyway, I won't waffle on too long. Just wanted to say hello, let you know I'm all still here and I'm all good. healthy and fit and doing well. And like I said, I hope you are, that you're all healthy and fit. And hopefully I'll see more of you soon. We've hopefully got a cigar review little group video series coming up, but I'll not say too much more about that until we get it going. But anyway, you all take care, and I'll see you very soon.